being a professional means you gotta take the gum out your mouth.
You can't have the gum in your mouth. You're gonna be over there chewing like, it's DJ Weezy. Live on the podcast.
Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? It's your homie DJ Be Easy giving you another episode of the Mix Up Podcast. And we have a very, very special guest in the studio right now. She goes by the name Sonia Sol. Sonia, what's cracking? How you doing?
How are you? I'm good.
I'm doing all right.
I'm good.
Also, great job on Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was a vibe. We did a little back-to-back session at
Toussaint Euro Asia Cafe.
And that was lit the whole night.
Yes, the energy. And you're easy to work with. Super easy.
Same to you. It literally flowed so naturally. Like, it was crazy. So, round two?
Yes.
Round
when you come back in like 4 more months.
Yes.
Hey, Polo. Hey,
Hi,
Polo. So that's young Polo just, jumping in, having fun with us, here at the studio, the stew. Okay, so inspirations, because besides just DJing, you are a well-rounded artist. How long have you been recording, singing, all of that? And then we'll get to the DJ part in a moment.
So, I've been kind of like into music majority of my life. My father's a musician, my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing like the live music when I was 15 years old. I had my first show with my dad. And then from
big shout out to Ray Morant.
Yeah.
So people that don't know us, that's in Europe watching.
Yes. So we basically just we started doing the live music then, and after that I ended up moving to Costa Rica, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a band there, and I was doing the live music there for 2 years before I started DJing.
So when did you actually go professional, like as an artist? Like earning money.
So when I graduated, because I went to Southern for 4 years, but I was
in New Haven.
New Haven.
Okay.
But I was so focused on like track and work. When I say work, running track at Southern was like my job. So like I ran track.
Hold on, you were a track star? Okay. Okay. Let's backtrack real quick. What high school did you go to?
Okay. I went to Hall High.
So you were in competitions with girls from Weaver High School.
Yes.
Fast ass Jamaicans.
Yo, fast.
Okay, continue.
Yes. The girls at Weaver, they would always crush everybody. Like, they're fast. I went to Hall, and then I went to Southern for college, and I was on scholarship. Like, I did everything. I'm the third fastest 400-meter hurdler in Southern's history.
No offense, but that's why I always feel like kind of like alpha jock vibes from you sometimes. Like you're so sweet and chill and cool, but then there's times where if the incredible Hulk wants to flex, you'll flex.
Yes, I feel that. I feel like I give off a lot of like masculine energy too. I don't know. It's like the athlete, exactly what you just said, jock vibe. But yes, so after that was like my life. I was doing gigs while I was in school, but it was like I'm focused on school and running track and field. So after I graduated, I was like, oh my god, I'm free. I can be creative now. Because prior to that, it was just like athletics.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I graduated, 5 months after, I moved to Costa Rica, and that's when I became a full-time artist. So that was 2018 when I became a full-time. Like that's my. And
that's when you found happiness. In a sense, with the music.
Yes, 100%. And I had like my own freedom, because as much as I love doing music with my dad and everything, I want my own like expression. Like we're all different forms of artists. Mm-hmm. So I was able to like fully discover who I am living there, and
So you have dual citizenship.
No, I'm like on a tourist visa.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll just like leave the country every 3 months. Every 3 months.
Okay.
But I travel so much that it's like at this point, whatever. I'll be in Mexico 1 month, Puerto Rico 1 month, like,
So in a sense, like you have to like right now in this point in time in your life, which I 100% encourage, and I'll tell anybody, travel.
Yes.
Because that really helps the mental stability.
100%. You grow so much as an artist also by traveling. I think I have learned so many new music, even like to add to my DJ sets. Like just going to different places, I'm like, oh, this I've never heard this before. Like, and I see people that are like, wow, they really like are vibing with it, and it's just cool too. Like, depending on where you are, obviously, different crowds like different things. But it's cool to be in a place where it's like, I've never seen this before, you know? So, yeah, traveling's good. Traveling's good.
What do you love so far about your experience as a DJ now? What do you love about it?
Connecting with the people is the best. For me, it's like, hands down the best feeling. Like, just like being with the crowd or like, it's just so fun. It's so much fun. And that's the thing too, it's weird. Like, the live music versus DJing, I feel like I connect with people in different ways through those two things. But like DJing, I just feel like it's been more fun for me. I don't know why. Like, it's just more fun.
I'm gonna steal something from my homegirl and your homegirl too, Casey, because we had a meeting yesterday, and she just like said, like, in a sense with DJing, it's kind of like you're doing like a live video game with people, but you're just on the ones and the twos. So I had to give Casey Cortez the credit on that, because she actually brought that up, and I was like, I never thought about that, because like you picking up on the vibe, and it's like depending on what song you play, how you play it, how you inject your energy on it, you can make them move in a certain way. So I was like, DJing as a video game, interesting concept. So and also like you being an artist with, you know, a singer with a band and whatnot, you attract like a certain set of people, demographic and all of that, which is solid. But for some reason with DJing, I feel like it can expand.
100%. You can 100%, because there's only so much you can do as a live musician, because you have your lane. I'm not gonna sit here and be a country singer or like every single genre. I mean, I sing a lot of different types of style of music, but at the end of the day, as an artist, and if I'm trying to put out my own EP, I have my personal style.
Yes.
And that's like you're saying, a certain crowd will come for that. But when you're especially as an open format DJ, as we both are, that's, you can expand so much more and do. And even like, that's the thing, I love going back to Costa Rica specifically too, for like the rave scene there, or like the house.
How is the rave scene? Because all I see the videos is like, it's lit. There's water, there's fire. I'm so confused. There's backflips. There's just so much going on. I'm so confused. But it's like, it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like we have jungle raves basically, because we're like in the jungle, and it'll just be like these parties that happen until the sun rises, and it's like more like kind of a techno house music, tech house, but in that genre, but like electronic music. So for that, you don't get that in Connecticut, because we're not in the jungle, we're not in a tropical place, and I feel like environment plays a big role as well on like where unaware.
Hello.
I know you love me, it's okay. I feel like environment plays a huge role. When it's cold and we're in a city, you're not going to be playing that like music that you would be playing in Miami. It depends on the vibe. But for that reason, I really love playing out there, just because it's like, I don't know, people go crazy, like go hard too, like for the rave stuff.
What is your DJ goal? What is your musical goal with your band in the next 4 to 5 years?
Okay.
Basically, when the next World Cup happens, where do you see yourself at?
My goal on both sides, like live music and DJing, would definitely be festivals, like big festivals. Like I love performing in like big crowds, because I feel like I can feed off the energy a lot more.
Big facts.
And just like I love jumping in the crowd, like stage diving. I love doing all that. So my goal is definitely like festivals, like big festivals. And same with the live music. I mean, I love to connect with, when I'm vocally using my voice, in big crowds as well. So I'm just hoping to be doing big festivals. And also my goal is to have an album out.
Nice.
At some point. That's my goal. Yeah.
Besides music, what other passions do you have outside of music?
I love like my physical training in terms of like the gymnastics things, like doing the backflips and everything.
Mhm.
Like I really enjoy like practicing that as a craft too, and like like being able to perform with like choreography and like a whole routine and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's one of my passions. And then of course traveling is like a huge passion for me. Like I would love to go to as many different cultures and places as possible. Everywhere.
Let me tell the people this. Please travel. Get out of your
Yes.
bubble. Even if it's like to take a 30-minute drive to, I don't know, New Haven or Providence.
Yeah.
Travel is good for your mental health. Please travel. That's what I'm saying.
I know. I completely agree. It really is. I think you get lost by staying in a bubble for like your entire life. If you stay in the same place, that all you know is that one place, you're missing so much.
Like, I'm a New England person, but I'm like, this summer I'm traveling again.
Yes.
Because a lot of restrictions are being lifted right now. I could go back to Canada. I'm traveling.
Yeah.
You know? But
Period.
But I will say this. I'm not an LA person, but I could be there for 7 days, 10 days, whatever. But
Nice.
I wouldn't live there. But for some reason, New England, between what we have for the 6 states, and then also we're not that far from New York.
Right.
Technically, we're not that far from Philly.
Right.
Not that far from DC. Just driving wise, I like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you have to just get out that
and
bubble.
do it. And
Yeah.
100%. So I'm all for it. I tell everyone, just do it. Just do it.
For those that are trying to get into the music game and also the DJing business, what's your advice for them?
That's a good question. For those that are trying to get into the DJ business, you said.
Yeah, DJ game and also just the music business in general. What is your advice for? Because you're a paid performer,
Right.
And you're in a sense you are international because you travel outside the country.
I would say practice your craft and obviously in your free time, like hone in and but the biggest thing is just getting out and hands-on experience in terms of like just find gigs, and like that's how like all my trial and error I feel like has started from live performances, and all my mistakes I've made, I've learned so much. So it's like I think just like finding a place where you could really start out and also not worrying like when I started, because like as I was telling you earlier, I started DJing during the lockdown. When things opened back up, there was a place that I used to do live music at, and I was like, oh, can I just try doing like a DJ sets every Sunday here just for fun, just to practice? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then from there, that just grew and grew and grew to the point where it's like a thing now every week. And I was able to like turn it into something, and then of course then he paid me and blah blah blah. So I feel like it's just like trying to find a place to start.
Yes.
You know, and somewhere that you feel comfortable to grow and learn, even and not be afraid to make mistakes.
No facts.
Yeah.
And I got to give you credit. You're one person that I know personally that if there's an opportunity, you go for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't second guess it, and I admire that. And I tell people like, yo, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Don't second guess.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Honestly, because we only have one life, like right now. So
big facts on that.
Like, and it's short. I mean, in terms of like the whole universe and time, like it's not that long. So like, just don't be afraid.
Put it like this: if you're not taking your sea moss and your whatever green juice every morning, you got to live your life. Still live your life if you're doing all of that, because this is a short lifespan.
Yeah.
Any shout outs to whoever?
Ooh.
And yes, we got to do a part 2 when you come back in 4 months.
Yeah, we need to do a part 2. Shout outs. I'm bad at this on the spot. I mean, because I'm leaving, for everyone listening, I'm going to Mexico in like 10 hours. I have to be at the airport. So like honestly, just shout out to all of my homies that keep pulling up to the gigs to support, to my friends that help. Shout out to Casey. I mean, she was literally at my house last night helping me pack and shit like that.
Yo, that's real shit.
Yeah, that's real. So yeah, I mean, just shout out to people that are like constantly supporting, and that's basically it. Shout out to you for having me on the show.
Lessons.
Shout out to Polo.
Yo, we can't forget about Polo.
Can't forget about Polo.
He's listening. Yeah.
excited too.
Oh man! Shout out to Young D, Connecticut People Records. We're loving this track that you got in the background,
Yes.
and it's gonna be out pretty soon. But we gotta get an artist on there. I might have 2 artists in mind for you, but we'll talk about that off camera and all that good stuff. You know.
Get ready. Get
For
ready.
real.
Get ready.
For real. But yo, we're gonna do this again. Actually, tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday at CCSU, 11 a.m. 107.7 WSCS New Britain, Hartford. We're gonna have a couple special guests come through, new music. But you can find this on YouTube, SoundCloud, the Mix Up Podcast, Sonia Sol. We're gonna do a part 2 when she comes back in like 4 months.
Yes.
But whatever you guys do today on this Tuesday, peace and blessings, drive safe, be around the right energy, protect your good energy, and just love yourself. Self-love, y'all.
Self-love.
Peace and blessings.
Ta-da.
Let's
I got
go.
you. I've been trying to get a couple little pictures in there too and shit. I did what I could.
Love it.
Did what I could.
Oh, let me just. How to sound good. You know how to work out. I got all these Apple products. I don't know shit.
I did what I could. I took a few pictures. They might be a little blurry, but then I took a lot of videos too. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get a little. I get all the behind the scenes footage. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, good looks, man.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt.
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, because I was just saying to myself, like, hold on, I have not interviewed you yet.
Yo, I know.
I want to dance. Yeah,
No, I
like, you do all that, please.
So I'm going to edit this up too and put it on SoundCloud.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm ready to game whenever y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't start it.
Oh, should I stop this one?
All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Do I just press this
yeah, you
stop
can
sign?
press that.